Good morning, students. Myself, Dr. BADI ALEKHYA, Assistant Professor, Department of Artificial Intelligence and Machine Learning, R.M.D. Engineering College. Under speech analysis, today we are going to discuss what is the procedure of speech synthesis. Let us move with the session. So, what is speech synthesis in natural language processing is? It's a fascinating area under NLP where the focus is generating human-like speech from the text. This technology has wide range of applications from interactive voice assistants to audio books and more. So in real time, we are going to work like this. If we are passing any test to the machine is going to ready to convert, can able to convert that test into human-like speech, which will be compatible to understand by the human. So in that procedure, we need a speech synthesis in NLP task. So what is the role of speech synthesis in NLP is when by enabling the computers to speak to user and we are making interactions more natural and accessible. It is used to bridge the gap between the written and the spoken word. Something if we are writing in the paper, there is no difference what you write and how it is going to pronounce. The converting that text to speak or speech to test. So to bridge that gap between these NLP tasks, we are using speech synthesis. How for analysis of speech we call it as speech synthesis. Here we are main synthesis means mainly we are going to focus on the structure of that particular information when we are converting to either text to speech or speech to text. In speech syntax necessity, text to speech we are discussing in today's class. Here we are where we are using this speech synthesis means user interfaces, voice assistants like in our real-time applications. We are using Siri and Alexa to providing spoken responses to user query and creating a more intuitive interaction and accessibility. The text-to-speech software helps people with visual impairments access written information, creating more accurate, inclusive digital world. And in entertainment, audiobooks, video games, and interactive storytelling experience, we are using speech synthesis to bring characters and narratives to life. In this type of applications, we are using speech synthesis. So what is the procedures or what is the fundamentals we have to know when we converted from text to speech? Text to speech, converting your written text to spoken audio. This process involving the breaking down the text into smaller units and analyzing their pronunciation and then generating corresponding audio signals. So under text to speech, first we are going to split the text into smaller units. After split the text into smaller units, for each and every unit we are analyzing their pronunciation, and based on the pronunciation we can generating the corresponding audio signals. This is the procedure for text to speech. Under text analysis, we are first analyzing the text to identify words, punctuations, any special characters. For example, if I am giving any expression oh, ha, this means exclamatory sentences is there. Some places I have to stop and start the sentences. At some places of the sentences I have to use the stress to pronounce that particular sentence. That analysis will be done at the first step of your test analysis. And phonetic transcription. Under phonetic transcriptions, we are going to convert this test into sequence of phonemes. That means by the basic units of sounds in a language. When the words is started with some letters, how it is going to pronounce by using the phonemes concept. Phonemes means phonetics, already we are aware of that. If I am considering the letter E means how it is going to, in phonetics, how we are going to pronounce A. That means it can converting the text into phonetic transcriptions, which will helpful to create a sound in a language. Like that, based on the different words, after calculating the different words, it helps for that words it is going to map the phonetics. That phonetics will be helpful to convert that given word pronunciation we consider, and we can map with the phonetics. Then only it will be correctly generating like our human speech. Acoustic modeling. Now you are listening my voice. In this voice, it is generating some audio signals to corresponding to each phoneme, creating the speech output. Sometimes I am using some words, means in some different way I am using that words. For understanding purpose, I can stop at some points and explaining in a different manner, explaining in the way which is understandable to the others. That acoustic model, how I am going to present, which emotion I am going to present, based on that which pitch sound I am considering, what is the tone I am using. This type of things we are considering under acoustic model. What are the three fundamentals you are aware in means you can know how to identify the word, how to punctuate that word with any special characters. After applying this test analysis, we are going to apply the phonemes, the basic units of sound to the language to convert the test into sound. And after that, in which pitch and which tone we are going to want to convert the test into audio, that should also be modeled by using test to speech fundamentals algorithms. So what are the text-to-speech architectures and technique means we have several different techniques and architectures we are used under text-to-speech system. Each of it having own strength and weakness. These approaches will provide a vary in their complexity and quality of synthesized speech they produce. That means we are not generating a virginal voice of us when we are going to give the input. For example, if you are talking to Siri, you are giving some inputs to the Siri. The Siri will analyze that what's the input you are giving. First, converting your sound into test. It analyzing the test and it understanding the pronunciation and it understanding the phonemes and it understanding the acoustic signals, and then it is going to find out what's the output it has to reply back to it. In that way, the synthesized speech only will be produced by the systems. How we are going to train this concatenated this text to speech architectures means we are involving recordings and storing large databases of speech units, then concatenating together to synthesize new speech. First, we have to train the machine. We are by training with some sounds, how the words should be pronounced, what is the phonemes will be used, in which way we are going to produce the sound for the given language. We are going to train the model with the different large data set of that particular sounds. This is also one of concatenating that those techniques will be helpful to generating a new synthesis speech in the real-time environment. And format synthesis focusing on generating speech by manipulating the formats of resident frequency of the vocal tract. For example, now I am creating some video. If any disturbances or noises is presented on my video, it has to manipulating the formats and the frequencies I am using. It is adjusting the sounds where I have to increase my frequency level, where I have to decrease my frequency level. That things will be done by formatting synthesis. And statistical parameters test to speech things will be used. These methods we are used to learn the relationship between the test and the acoustic features and then generate speech based on the relationships. In which scenario I am talking, whether in a excitement mode I am talking, whether in a emotional mode I am talking, I am talking with a high pitch sound or I am talking with a low pitch sound. With my test, I also observing the acoustic signals to uh, providing the relationships between my test to the speech. So, what are the challenges in the speech synthesis we are faced means when we are generating truly natural and expressive synthetic speech is a complex task. There are several challenges that the researchers are working to overcome. One is precision and intonation. Capturing the natural rhythm, intonation, and stress patterns of human speech remains a significant challenge. That means when compared to the human language, where and where it has to stress, where and where we have to express the emotion, things will be missing in the existing speech conversion techniques. And emotional expressions I already conveyed. Capturing of acoustic signals is a challenge. One of the challenging tasks under research things. Where after generating the synthesized speech, that should be conveying the emotions accurately and conveniently in the crucial area of ongoing research. And also voice quality and variety. So creating synthetic voices that sounds natural and engaging with a wide range of vocal qualities and essence is also a challenge. That means indirectly they are they're telling that when we are converting any things, it should be matched with natural voice is a challenging task. Our emotions, our way of pronouncing, and our way of vocal qualities and essence is still a challenging when we are converting the text to speech. And also we are generating a lot of applications like voice assistants, and it's also needed when, for example, if I am talking some things to the Siri, if the Siri is not understanding my pronunciation in a proper way, it will not generating the output what I am expecting for the given inputs. That's why we also need some efficient algorithms to processing this information. So that's all. What are the applications of speech synthesis in NLP is user interfaces in the initial things, that means voice assistants, chatbots and interactive systems, and accessibility softwares, text-to-speech softwares to converting our written content to audio, and in educational purposes making the learning materials more accessible and engaging for the students for all ages. Because I have a content with me but I cannot able to express my entire content in an efficient manner, means can in that places I am using speech synthesis technique and entertainment in these things. I think so you people definitely know how interactive storytelling experience, audio books, video games, and now we are using this speech synthesis techniques and marketing and advertising also in commercial voiceovers and other marketing materials to create a more personalized and engaging experience. We are use speech synthesis technique. So that's all students for the today's sessions. We will meet with some other new concept in the next sessions. Thank you all.